And this is a family weight game where players are going to be going through an array of different skill testing dexterity games to determine who is the best ninja. Each tournament has 3 different games where you're going to be flicking some sort of component to hit some sort of object in order to score victory points. Each player is going to have 3 shots per turn, and then there's going to be 3 turns per game. Each of the games do play quite a bit different from each other, but they can use some of the same components depending on which games you're playing. But something that's really cool is that the games box is incorporated into the game, and you'll be able to swap out different backgrounds and flicking platforms in order to set up each of these different games in the tournament. And the core set of the tournament box is going to be offering 3 different games, with the first one being the arrow game. And in this game, you're going to be using a crossbow component and a few arrows in order to shoot at 3 different targets. You're going to be gaining points for moving the target out of its starting space, but you're going to be gaining more points if you're able to knock that target over. Of course, these arrows can ricochet and hit multiple targets, so if you are a particularly good archer, this might be the game for you. And the second game is the bola game, and to set this one up, you're going to be putting your 3 targets into a fixed tile, and then you're going to be flicking your bola kind of like a ring toss, trying to get it on top of the different targets. You're going to be scoring 3 points for getting it on a target that doesn't have a ring already on it, and then you're going to be getting 1 less point for each ring that you get onto a target that already has a ring on it. So the best way to optimize your points here is to try to get 1 ring on each of the different targets. And the third game is the orb game, where you'll be able to flick 3 different marbles, gaining more points for flicking marbles into the smaller holes. The campaign will also be adding some other content and expansions to introduce even more games into the mix, and then the player that gains the most points after the 3 different games wins the game. And of course, you can find links to this one in the description below.